Let's see. You can hear me now? Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Alejandra's in the house. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, 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 good. I didn't even ask. I just put you live, so
I'm ready. I am
I
live
like
and
it. I
ready to
like it.
go.
I like it. I like it. I didn't ask you how'd that gold trade go?
Which one? I trade gold all the time.
Okay. So last time, what was it? The day before yesterday. Which day was that? That was Monday. Monday you had a gold short, and I think you were short three contracts. And then we talked about how you were going to take partial profits. You told me you took some, and then you were going to let hopefully the rest run. I don't know if that happened or not, or
uh,
maybe you don't even remember.
yeah,
It's
I probably
fine if you don't.
no. Yeah, I take a lot of not scalps, but usually most of my trades hit profit targets. So um, I probably I probably took profits and yeah,
Yeah,
and that
we
was
were. I think you were aiming for a lower target. I can't remember where it was, but anyways, just wanted to know if that hit. All right, T style. How you doing? How you doing? Void. Thank you for letting me know we had no audio.
it.
We're back here. Who else is there? Ernest is back. Good to see you. Well, it's morning for both me and super early morning for Alejandra.
Yeah, where are you guys from? I want to know why you guys are up so early. Maybe it's just me over here.
May maybe it's the afternoon. Maybe it's the afternoon, and
Yeah,
it's not that
right?
early for them.
Yeah, where are you
So
guys from?
yeah, let us know.
Considering moving to a different country so I can trade later.
Actually, that's a good question. If you were to move to a country other than the U.S., where would you go?
uh, I don't know about country, but I would like to move to Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Puerto Rico's nice. It's good for
Uh,
tap for trading taxes.
yeah, taxes are 6%, I believe, and I feel like I would fit in. It's my culture, Mexican. I mean, Latinos, music,
Yep,
food,
yep, yep. I've
being
been to Puerto Rico.
weather.
It's super fun.
Netherlands. Ernest is from the Netherlands. That's awesome.
Nice. Congratulations for your game yesterday. You guys won 4-1 against Iraq. That was a good one.
Wow.
You watching the World Cup at all?
Not really.
Not really.
Um, mm-mm.
Okay.
But
And
I
what are you
hear
looking
about
at
it.
this morning? What'd you say?
I'm just looking. Sorry, I said I hear about it, but no, not really.
Not your sport. Okay.
No, it's my well, I grew up with watching soccer with my grandparents, but I mean, I'm busy. Like I do personal training, so I'm constantly either at a gym or working out or training a client. So it's kind of hard to watch a game.
Yeah, totally get it. Who wants to watch a bunch of millionaires kicking a ball around?
If you're betting, I guess it's fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
so
watch
there
all the
are
games, but I'll check in from time to time.
so there are a couple things that I'm looking at as far as the market. So oil, I took a beautiful trade yesterday. It was a nice short. I thought we were gonna have a continuation to the downside to like the 60s level down here at this level that I have, but I swung this position overnight, and right now it looks like it's filling this empty gap here. So I have my stop above this level. I don't know why my stop is all the way up there, but my stop should be there, and I'm only in with one. It's not that big of a deal, but definitely if it goes above 76.50 and it holds above it, I think I had my stop probably above these highs because I didn't want to get wicked out and take a
Okay.
unnecessary loss.
Got it.
um, And then for MNQ, I mean, I'm not gonna trade today. I don't think, just because I didn't really sleep well. My dog like woke me up 2 times to go to the bathroom, which was kind of annoying. Um, so I didn't really get that much sleep. So my mental state is not in the most calmest position that I would desire. Um, so I'm just gonna watch. It looks like Nvidia is filling the gap to the downside as well, and Google is kind of just holding. MNQ is consolidating here, so it could go either way. I mean, it could either continue to come down lower. Um, if it closes below this yellow line that I have here, which is like I think the 30-minute order block, I would love to see a continuation to the downside to fill this gap down here that's empty, and then maybe see if it can hold this level down here. Otherwise, it's probably going to continue to give us higher lows and probably push to a new high. But also today we have FOMC, right? Do you know what time
Indeed, I was. It's supposed to happen at two
this
o'clock this afternoon, so Eastern,
Eastern?
2 p.m. Eastern.
To
Yeah, we're gonna have the M4FC meeting. These guys are gonna, talk about their um, their points of views. Actually, I had pulled up the target rate probabilities, and let me show you guys what we're seeing here. So if you guys go to the CME Group website, right? If you look at the target rate probabilities for today, the 17th, it's 99.6% between 350 and 375, in basis points. So we'll see. And then there's a 0.4% chance that it's a little bit higher. We'll see. We'll see what happens, what they decide, how that will affect the market. Now we don't have the whole war theme anymore, shall I say, even though it was kind of dying down. The United States has made peace with with Iran. That's peace is a strong word, but let's say they've reached a deal. Okay, in the words of Donald Trump, the deal has been made. So we'll find out how much that affects the market. But we have seen, like you said, oil going down. I see you're already picking your spots and in the trade there. So yeah, but that the Fed meeting's coming. We're gonna see how that's gonna affect the market. Let me look at the dot plot again. The table. All right. So nothing changed really for the dot plot. And we know Kevin Warsh is trying to get rid of that. Kind of concentrated around here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens today. Today might be a little bit volatile. Yesterday's price action was kind of it wasn't that active. So uh yesterday, what did I
It
take?
wasn't that active. Where wasn't it active? Because we had a nice
Oh,
drop
uh,
in equities. I don't know what you
um
were trading.
yeah, what was I trading? Oh, that's why I wasn't active. I
Okay.
I'm like, wait a second.
'Cause,
No,
I mean, if you call dropping, what was it, 640 points on the NQ not active, then
yeah.
I
No,
don't know
I
what active
totally
is.
missed it. I totally missed that drop. I had clients and classes at 7 in the morning, so
Okay.
I didn't look at the charts at all. That's probably what happened.
Okay, that's fine. If you weren't active, then you're forgiven. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. But we had a nice drop. Caught a couple shorts live with Caesar. Caught a couple
Oh, that's
ones
so much fun.
myself after. So actually did a video that we're gonna put out on one of these shorts on those break and retests.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it? It was in the afternoon. A lot of times the index drops a significant amount, and then you feel like, man, I've missed the move.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still room. I actually caught the last little. Well, I caught part of the this one here. And I can't remember
Mhm.
where I got out exactly, but I caught the last part here in the
Okay.
afternoon. So after the stream around what was it, 11:30. So yeah,
Yeah.
break, retest, shorted here, added here, got out half there, and then the rest there right before it reversed. So that was a nice one. Made a video about that one.
That's
That'll be coming
fun.
out soon. So yeah, and then I see we're still kind of respecting the levels I had yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Actually, that could have been a nice entry long, but we'll wait.
Yeah, market opens in 15.
Market opens in 15. Since you're always trading gold, do you have any takes on gold?
It's consolidating right now. I would love to see more downside, but I I'm waiting for confirmation. It looks like it's just consolidating here, and it may go up to sweep the previous high of day, but it already swept it from when was it? The ninth. So I would like to see some continuation, but this is also kind of bull flagging in a way. I don't really, like I said before, I don't really like to trade patterns. So I just want to see if it's going to actually continue to hold this consolidation and go higher, or if it's going to continue to give us lower highs to more downside. And it also has a gap to fill down here. So that'll be
All
really
right.
nice.
So,
But
question: you've said that multiple times. You say you don't really like to trade patterns, and I totally respect that. I
Mhm.
like to trade patterns, even though they fail more often than not. But I'd like to know why don't you trade patterns? And don't tell me because it's because if they fail, because I know that.
Because in my opinion, it's not a real strategy, and um, I always like to refer to the stock market as if you're going to war, and you want to
Ooh.
have as much ammo as possible. And if you're
Okay.
just looking at it as a pattern, you wouldn't go to war and see, oh, let me see the pattern here. um, so I if I see a pattern, like I see head and shoulders a lot, I see bull flags a lot, bear flags a lot, cup and handle a lot, I'll just utilize it as just like another indicator, as like, okay, this is a sign that it's looking bearish, right? If I see a head and shoulders, so then if I already see the right head forming, then I'll look at the consolidation to see if I can get confirmation for more downside. Um,
Okay.
But yeah, that's why I don't trade patterns.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, I agree that patterns fail a lot, and they don't always play
Play
out.
out.
You
Mhm.
can't. I agree that you can't just use that for your strategy.
Mhm.
So totally agree there. But I think it could be an added confluence to whatever
Yeah.
strategy you have, like another check in your favor. So now that you clarified it, I understand better. You're not just seeing, oh, I see a cup and handle, so that I'm gonna trade
Mhm.
that because
Yeah.
we have the cup, we're gonna get the handle, or there's
Yeah.
a flag, so we're gonna continue to flag. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
Um,
Is the chat
so
awake? I haven't seen any comments.
yeah,
Is the
the
chat
chat was awake when they
available?
couldn't hear me, and then the chat went back to sleep. Guys, let us know. Let us know where you're watching us from. Pick our brains. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Are you watching anything? Are you in anything? Are you flat? Are you looking
I'm
for?
flat. Always flat. Well, not always, but mostly flat in the morning. Everywhere. On Black Arrow, I'm usually flat in the morning, just because on the Black Arrow platform, I try to take most of the trades live. And this is
Uh-huh.
asking me to go long. Give me one
On
second.
M&Q?
Yeah, it's been calling my name, but let me just wait. Maybe see if we get a little pullback again.
Do you have like any particular rules around timing, or if you see an opportunity, do you take it regardless of like the time?
In a perfect world, I would only trade between 10 o'clock and noon, more or less, right? I would, in a perfect
Mhm.
world, I would wait. So the New York session, I would wait to see. That's the ideal trade for me. It's like I would wait, see what the price does within the first half hour of the day, and then based on the behavior, I would pick my spots. That's what I try to do. So that's the ideal thing. But apart from that, if I see something when I'm looking at the charts that makes sense to me, then I'll take the trade regardless of the time.
Mhm.
I have tried trading other sessions in the futures that don't work well for me. Like the Asian session doesn't always work. Just
Oh,
because,
really?
yeah, there's
Oh,
just
it's really
not.
late. That's why, right?
Yeah, but it's not really the time. It's more the level of volatility. I'm so
Mhm.
used to trading New York that you know I get a 10-point move and then I expect it to follow through. I'm not expecting a pullback, and
Yeah, the reason why I like Asia session so much is because I finished my day. I don't have any clients. I don't have anything to do. I ate, I napped, I showered. I'm all like calm and ready.
yeah.
And then I love listening to music. So what I have started to do, or what I've been doing since 3.5 months ago, is I've been streaming on TikTok.
Hmm.
And even though it's so much fun, I'm not gonna lie to you, I I have like almost a 90% win rate on most of my trades that I take, and I get banger trades. And it's
Really?
really cool because I'm listening to music, I'm pumping it up. Like everybody, there's like around like maybe 100 members or viewers on
Hmm.
TikTok watching, and they're all chatting like, great entry and good trade and so cool. And
Nice.
so people are banking with me, and it's so exciting, and it moves so slow to the point where I can watch the chat, hang out with the
Yeah, you could
chat.
do both.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
New York, there's no way that I would be
No,
able
I'm
to.
always saying how hard it is to do both.
Yeah,
To
it's
be
so
looking at the
hard.
charts, taking trades, and going back and forth. So yeah, the well, that's the thing. Me being somewhat impatient, being used to like large moves relatively,
Hmm.
that's why I struggle with Asia. It's just too slow.
Yeah,
The only way I've been able to trade Asia is to find a setup, take it, forget about the trade, wake up the next day, and then find
yeah,
out did it work or did it not work, right?
yeah.
Just put wide
Exactly.
ass stops and then just forget about it. So yeah, but if it works for you, nice. Do you stream there every day? Because maybe I might tune in.
Mostly every day. Like last night, I told my chat on Discord that because of FOMC, I wasn't really seeing much, and I really didn't have the patience. Like if I know mentally that I'm like impatient that day, I don't want to look at the charts, because then I will like force a trade, and I don't like doing that because then I'm like stuck watching it. And if it's really really low volume, or like I just there's just no action or movement or whatever, or I don't see like a trade playing out, then I will just tell them, like go study, or I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or so mainly every day except for Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, Saturdays there's nothing going on, but okay. I guess I'll check it out. So is it what, 8 p.m. my time? Is it at the beginning of the Asian session, or do you wait a little bit?
No, so at 7:30 p.m. PST,
PST.
I
Okay,
I
7:30.
I no, so that at that time I host my class on Discord, and then after the class, then I hop on really late on TikTok, like 9 p.m. You're probably
9
sleeping.
p.m. PST. I'm a
Yeah.
night owl, so it depends.
Oh wow.
I've been forcing myself to wake up early for the past, I don't know, decade and a half.
Dang.
I used to be the guy that went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning every night, and then I gradually walked it back. Yeah,
Why? Is it because
for
you have
years
energy or what's going on?
at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've always been a night owl. Most of my family has, been the same.
Oh wow.
Um, back in the college days, it was easy for me to just stay awake at night. But over time, because my wife is the opposite, I've been trying to, walk back. So now I'll go to bed at like, I don't know, 9 p.m. But
I wish. I think
yeah.
this mom needs
But it's
coffee.
not that I mean anytime is fine for me if I just say I'm gonna wait up. So we'll see.
Yeah. So what do you think is gonna happen? Like we have a new chair, right? For
Yeah.
the Federal Reserve. Like this is interesting because when was the last time, or how many years did Powell serve? Do you know?
Powell, if I'm not mistaken, served 2 terms. I had the all the data there, but
He's such a
huh?
legend. He's
He's
such
a
a
legend. He's the legend, a stoic dude. I'm kind of gonna miss him.
Good afternoon,
Not
everyone.
yeah, and then all the memes. I love the memes.
Right?
Yeah, those money printer memes. So we'll see. Oh, I see Ernest saying at Dave. What's up, Ernest? Let me know. What do you wanna ask or tell me? Man, it's
Did you take
9:25.
your long?
No, I didn't take my long.
Damn, it's pushing.
Let me see if the ES will give me a chance.
I wonder if it's gonna push a new high. I mean, I thought, see, like, I think I'm in Q on the 15-minute time frame, or let me just double check so I'm not mistaken.
Let me just see. How to an order in Black Arrow. I have set the bracket to zero point 0.5 stop loss and 1% gain. Um, how do you take an order? All right, so let me just walk you through it because I don't understand what you mean by take an order. But if you have, let me just zoom out here. If you have your bracket set
4 minutes
and
until market open.
4 minutes until the open, and then you click here. What? Oh, I had the wrong account. Okay. Yeah, your orders, you can shift and click to put your orders. So shift click will be a buy order, alt click will be a sell order, and then your bracket's already set. Like I have said before, you can set your brackets here by clicking the cogwheel or the plus, and then here I have a 1-to-1. I don't do it with a percentage, but you can. I just do it with cash. And then say do you want to have, no, okay. So when you say take an order, I guess that's what you mean, how to enter the order. So you would hover above the chart, press shift, hold shift, and then click, or alt and then click. Let me know if that answers your question. If not, I'll explain again. And then I see somebody in the background. Let me know when you're ready. What's up?
Caesar.
What's up?
Issues all morning. My charts keep getting deleted. Have to reset, go back again. Like it's been a brutal morning.
Damn.
Yeah, not fun at all. But
Not
Well,
fun,
that
not
makes
fun, not
two of
fun.
us. My dog had stomach issues, so I had to like rush her to go potty twice.
Ooh.
So no
Huh.
technical difficulties, but dog difficulties.
Dog
Nothing you can't
difficulties.
handle.
Yeah, I see for some reason the buzzing sound. Yesterday you found a way to eliminate it, but the buzzing sound is
That's my
back.
central air. I'll shut her off in a few minutes. Matter of fact, I'll just shut her off
Is it the air?
now. Yeah, it's loud.
Man, you have a hurricane going on in there.
Yeah.
You know that AC noise is actually like one of the most relaxing noises for me. I love that noise,
It's a very.
but it might put me to sleep, Caesar. So.
It's almost like the white noises. If you ever listen to those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the white noise, it'll help me. The best thing is when the AC is super cold, you have that little noise in the background,
Yeah.
then you could sleep like a baby.
All right, 1 minute to go. I'm looking for some upside, possibly a lot of back and forth because it is FMOC today.
Mhm.
Coupled with the
Yep.
fact we have quad witching tomorrow. So I'm gonna be trading super, super small, 1 to 2 micros, just honestly to make a little something on the day. I'm not even trying to, hit any base hits or knock anything out the park. If opportunity presents itself, sure, why not? But overall, I'm just looking to just take a couple of quick scalps and chill out until after FMOC.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We are 1 minute until the open. And Alejandro was actually asking me what I think about the new Fed chair and what's going to happen, et cetera, et cetera. I have no idea, but I'll say, what's his name? Warsh is in a tough spot right now with how everything is set up. Everything says he
Market's
should
open.
raise rates, but he's been put there to lower rates.
By Trump, yeah.
So yeah, so it's a tough spot. I don't want to say his boss, but yeah, I'll say it. Trump, his boss, wants him to lower rates, but he's in a position where everything says he shouldn't. So we'll see what happens. But I think since the war situation has calmed down, for lack of a better term, now we uh, we're gonna have to watch the Fed and see how that affects the market.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Totally.
All right, let's see, let's see, let's see.
Let's see, nice pull, respecting the 200 EMA on the 15. Holding over
What's up,
here.
Daniel? Welcome back.
Let's see if we can reclaim 500.
Man, you see, we went all the way down, right? I shorted after we closed the stream. I took a couple more shorts because we just died, cratered. Because I think we were in the 600s while we were streaming. We got all the way to the
Fours.
390s. So
Whoa, that's a big drop.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, about 60, 69 points.
It makes me
Let's
want
see
to
what we
take
get.
short.
Yeah, it's breaking down viciously.
Let's see.
Let us see.
Yeah, just waiting. I got a level at 416. If it was to come there, I wouldn't mind trying along there. But look up, it's already popping. Let's see if it closes over 500. Over 500, I won't mind taking a stab at a long.
We're live on YouTube, right?
We are live on YouTube.
How come I can't find us? Is it under Trade the Pool?
No, the Fivers Futures.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Our other homeboy with the mask is on.
Yeah, he's on the Fivers CFD.
Oh, here we go.
But if you look at the
Okay.
futures,
Got it. I got it.
and that's kind of annoying because the CFD side is getting, I really like these guys. They're all great guys, but they keep getting free advertising thanks to us. The other day I went on prop for a match, traded live, caught a nice banger live,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, all right, come over to the channel, etc. And then the link they shared was the CFD side, so they got free advertising from us. It's fine. It's the same company, but hey. All right, we are
What is going
pushing
on
lower.
here?
Let me see if it holds this monthly. Let's see. Yesterday it turned around this area.
Yep. I'm gonna wait, as usual, for some kind of range to develop, and then I'll pick my spots. So I'll be late to the party. But if you guys want to share and show whatever you're looking at, I don't mind at all. And chat, remember to like, remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and take advantage. You have 3 traders here that can definitely show you what they're thinking about. You can ask away, ask questions if you're wondering what to do, how to enter, how to exit, how to approach this trading day on any asset. Well, let us know. Let me take a look at gold really quickly.
Yeah, oil is filling that gap to 76.50. Gold looks. Where's gold? Gold's looking pretty good for a hold here. Consolidating. We're still in this consolidation range, but it looks bullish to me.
Let me take a look at gold.
Russell's pushing.
Said the Russell is pushing.
Yeah. Dow Jones pushing as well. ES is turning. There we go.
All right. Might take a stab.
Yeah. I'm gonna try 1 micro here at 450. If this thing can reclaim 500, I'll switch over to minis, and I'll be targeting 550. So I'm only gonna look about 50 points with the mini, risk about 10 points. So 5-to-1 ratio.
I like gold for some calls, for some long.
Longs.
Calls is that option play right there.
I
Yeah,
know, huh?
You
that's
want some
that
calls
option
on gold?
trader
Yeah,
energy.
it looks good. Gold, I mean, right now it's holding above yesterday's high close. I would be targeting yesterday's high of 43.76. So you're looking at about a good 20 points to the upside. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, this is just crickets. There we go. We're pushing. We're pushing. Beautiful. Respected that same area it bounced off of yesterday on the initial drop. Really, really good. And the other
I'm
thing
gonna.
I'm liking about this morning is that last night, I mean, well, we did ran up. I mean, we just had some bearish action. I'm a little bit on the fence as to the FMOC today. I think we might drop just because of the 4 hour. So if you look at the 4 hour time frame, it's forming a bear
You
flag.
wanna do you wanna share your screen so we
Not
could
necessarily because it's gonna mess my stuff up. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hold on. Uh,
No problem. I'll show it on mine. You
and
said
I'll do it. I can do it now. I'll just
I'm
have to
taking a
restart
stab
the device
at
after
gold
this.
long. for
I'm sharing my screen if you want to pull it up.
All right. This way you can share. It's easier for you to show us what you're looking at.
Yeah.
I'm
So
also
right here, you see this right here. This is a bear flag, right? We had the long downs. Here's the wedging or the flagging part, and I would be looking for this to come lower. And what I'm thinking is that for FMOC, we might get a drop to start filling the gap, although it could fill the gap completely, right? And for those of the people that ask for like, ICT, fair value gap, and all this stuff, like this is what I meant where like I actually consider a gap when I see the void in where price closed and where price opened. Like this is an official gap. So which means NQ has a downside target of 29,680, which was what it closed at last Friday. Ooh, stopped out, which is what it closed at on Friday before the contract rollover. This right here is the new contract, NQ U26 or NQ U6, depending on the platform you're trading on. So this right here is letting me know that we're most likely gonna come and fill this, which honestly I hope we do, so that way I can have some easy trades to the upside.
yeah, I'm looking for shorts to the gap fill as well on MNQ. Looks pretty juicy to the downside.
Yeah, and we have
What'd you
Russell
say, Alejandro? I didn't hear.
still running.
That I'm taking a stab at shorts on MNQ as well to the downside for the gap fill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's looking dicey.
Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Daniel saying GC was quick today. 45 minutes. Ship closed delivered without you. Okay. All right. So, as a new NQ trader, what would you advise me to trade as a beginner in NQ for somebody who understands trading well, like time, range, step, etc.? Well, Daniel has been trading for over 20 years, so he has more than a good understanding of how the market moves. But he mostly trades the Dow and gold. So
Tell them
you guys
start
have
off small. Um, Start off small. Whatever strategy that he's been using on gold, look to implement the same thing on NQ. Honestly, it's like every strategy work is just a matter of your patience, your entry, and the position in which you take, right? Understand sometimes NQ is going to be very choppy and barcoding. So as long as you understand that and you're not going in full size, but it just start off small, get a feel for its personality as to how it reacts in certain environments, certain data releases, certain economic information, and then do what you do. But it's no different than trading the Dow Jones.
I think if you're used to trading the Dow, you could probably trade the NQ. The only thing is, I think the Dow has much cleaner trends. Like it will consolidate a lot. So for the Dow, it will consolidate a lot or it will trend a lot. From what I can observe, like trend days on the Dow are just up and then it continues to go up. Whereas I think the NQ will do a lot of liquidity sweeps, wick you in and out before picking the direction. So
I might get stopped
I
out
agree
here.
there.
Yeah, and this is what'll happen. Some back and forth. I'm gonna try two more trades, and if it doesn't go, then I'll just watch the action today. Or we might not even have that much, because there's been times with the FMOC, the reaction is pretty much dead. But we'll see. Okay.
We'll see what we get. We got about 127 points of range so far. I took two stabs Looking to see if we could get an opening drive. So just, rapid expansion. That didn't work. So bought the dip around here, around 34.40 as we were going up.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, wow,
and
this is
then thought that
great.
we might lose the lows, but that didn't work either. So now I'm waiting. Gonna let the price build a little bit, but maybe the entry was a little bit lower.
I'm
Um,
getting stomped out. This is crazy. It completely faked the downside. It's yeah,
Yeah.
we're cooked.
we're cooked.
Cutkin. Yeah, that's wicked.
Unless it gets rejected
Bounce.
here, but it looks pretty strong.
No.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right,
Let's
Daniel.
see.
Daniel saying he appreciates it. 99% gold. I know you trade the DAX as well, which I don't touch. But yeah, I think NQ can be fun or frustrating
Yo, this is ridiculous.
depending on the day. So, and you could always trade the ES as a proxy for the NQ. A lot of times I'll switch over to the ES instead of the NQ. Um, if you get the read on the NQ, sometimes the ES will be cleaner. Just depends. But I trust you can do it, Daniel. You've been at this for a while. And if you could trade gold, I think you could trade anything.
You know,
Yeah,
maybe.
sometimes I like to stick with um certain charts. Like I know the boys, the other boys that trade the pool, they're constantly changing charts from 1 minute to the other, and I'm just like, how does your brain process that much data in such little time? And I'm just like, I can't even keep up with them when they're talking and when they're looking at the chart. So as a beginner, I would say try not to go from chart to chart and from instrument to instrument. See if you can just stick to one market and one chart and see and master that one chart. How does it move? Um, what's the personality of the chart? Because like for example, oil moves way slower than gold or MNQ. And sometimes I like to trade oil. I mostly trade MNQ and gold, so those have been my money makers. Oil, I've only lost I think one or two trades so far this year. But yeah, I really like how it moves and the pattern of everything. So
You said the oil patterns or
patterns of futures. Like I like
oh
futures much more than any other stock. Like when I was trading options and looking at the New York market, like Google, Nvidia, and like other instruments like that, I my win rate was lower than trading futures, which is interesting.
interesting.
Hmm.
I think the one advantage, at least for me, when it comes to trading futures versus trading, single equities, is that you get to trade the same thing every day, and there's a lot of things you don't need to look at. So, for example, you don't need to look at the float, so basically the number of available shares, which I don't miss that at all because you know that their liquidity is there. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about halts because that happens once in a blue
Hmm.
moon. And you said a key word there. You talked about the personality of the asset, and that is entirely true. I mean,
Yeah.
once you trade one asset all the time,
Hmm.
sometimes you don't know why, but you just know that it's gonna have this or this reaction. And
Yep.
you kind of can tell if something is not happening within a certain time frame. Okay, that's not happening anymore just because you traded so much. But when you're bouncing from stock to stock every day, yeah, you could get outsized opportunities that you don't necessarily get in the futures.
Yep.
But it's like you're dating a different girlfriend every day, and some people
Something
might
along
like
those
might
lines,
like
yeah.
that might be an advantage, but that might be a disadvantage also. It depends on your
Honestly, more of a
perspective.
disadvantage than an advantage. But like the advantage of trading the same instrument day in and day out is, yes, like the you get a feel and understanding for its characteristics as to how it does in certain moments. Like there's times where I want to get in at a specific level, but I see that like prices coming down too fast, where it's like, you know what, I'll hold off on going long here. Or sometimes, like, if I know that, okay, Tesla and Nvidia are both trending to the upside and NQ is negative, then I'm gonna go long because I'm gonna have there's gonna be a flip. Or at
Yeah.
times, if ES and YM are both positive on the day and NQ is still negative, the ROI is going to be better on NQ because there is a 99% chance that it is going to also do a red to green move. So yeah, so each one of these, they have their different personalities. Like I mentioned, copper at one point, it used to move very, very well during the Asian session. I haven't traded copper in a while, but
Hmm.
every single instrument, the more it's like the saying, like you could do 1,000 different things well, right?
Hmm.
But the person that works on one thing 1,000 times is what you want to be more wary of, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, I get it. I totally agree there. And personality wise, it definitely works for me to just be. I see Justin saying I'm experienced with the ladies. I'm a very loyal guy, actually, believe it or not. Um, I'd rather be loyal to one stock, one asset.
It's
So I like that. Oh, Butterkeeper. What? You won? All right. Well, we're going to give you everything. We're going to give you the fireworks. We're going to give you the stage lights. Congratulations.
Wow.
Keep
Congrats,
full for a
Butterkeeper.
25K account. Awesome, 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 man. That's great, great news. So congrats on winning that free account there.
I took another stab at the shorts on M&Q. I'm not gonna lie, kind of revenged a little bit, but I only went in with one micro, and I
That's
was
it.
risking $100. So I'm actually gonna break even here, and then I'm just gonna see if I can ride this all the way down to the gap fill and see if it doesn't give it to me, I'm done. Because gold is looking good for me. I brought my risk a little bit tighter. So as soon as it gives me one more push, I'm going to break even on that trade. And then I'm just going to be stuck holding oil until probably Asia session. I don't think this is going to, I mean, if it does, if oil does hold above 76.50, I will probably take like a $200 loss. Um, but other than that, I feel like I'm overloading or overstimulating myself with these trades. So I would love to just be on the sidelines for FOMC today after
Well,
I
that is after you what?
after I get out of these trades.
Totally valid here.
Yeah, this is looking like we're literally having 100-point pops, 100-point drops. This is
Yeah,
not
very volatile.
good. Yeah. And honestly, I'm just gonna most likely end up sitting on the sidelines and just wait. So if y'all
Mhm.
have any questions, feel free. Anything about futures or other commodities, or if you want to know what's referred to as a futures versus a commodity, feel free to ask. Yeah,
Well,
feel
feel
free.
free to ask anything, if you want to
Yeah.
know somebody's shoe size or whatever.
I mean, I was gonna say my sushi eyes, unless somebody's trying to send me something.
Um,
We're all joking
I think
around.
if
I'm just like you. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for what the asset wants to do. I'm gonna wait for a couple more pivots to see what we get.
Um, Dave, I have a question for you.
Yep,
So
that's what I'm here for.
let's say I want to, uh, let's say I'm in with two, right? But I'm only in with one right now. But let's say
Mhm.
I'm in with two, and I want to take one at like 33.76 or 3.80.
So
If
let's
I
do that right now.
if I right click, do I click on buy
No,
at?
that's not the best way to do it. So
Oh,
put
okay,
it, go to the chart, like scale up your chart a little bit. Okay, now go close to the price you would want to buy at, but on the chart, like go take that hand and put it closer to the price numbers. To go towards the right.
okay.
No, too much. Okay, there's something missing on your chart that we would have to fix. I'm not sure why. Let me switch to my chart. Let me show you something.
Okay.
So when you go to the right, there's supposed to be a little plus sign. You see the plus sign here,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then right this little plus sign. So if I click here, I would put a buy limit and then
Oh,
it would add the order. For yours, you should be able to, let me go back to your screen. You should be able to just click to see what happens. Just click, regular click, not right click.
yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so if you right click, so it gives you buy for yeah. So that, I guess I would have to do fix the settings and check. Can't remember how to do it. But if
Okay.
you just click buy at the price, it will set the order for you.
Hmm. Yeah,
David,
because
go
I
ahead.
tried that yesterday. I tried to swing a. I forgot I'm not on the swing account, but I tried to swing a short on MNQ. Good thing I took profits, or it actually closed my position. But I was putting the limits, and even like I actually was able to do the limits on my phone, and as it was going my way, I was in profit, but the limits that I had said the potential profits, right? Like let's say my limit was like right here, and it said if it hits this limit I'll make 200. But
Mhm.
as it was going down, I was already up 200. So I'm like, how is it that I'm gonna be up 200 down here when I'm already up 200? Like it didn't make any sense.
So it tells you, let's put an order right now. It's going to tell you, just don't put it too close. Yeah, but go lower. Yeah, right here. And then
Hmm.
do buy at that price. Buy at 340, 348. Yeah.
No, last
Well,
time I
I don't
did
want,
that, closed the
huh?
position.
It closed it?
Yeah, because it's pretty. I don't know why it doesn't actually set the limit. It like for some reason just buys it like right now.
Okay.
So I could do. What if
Then
I do
we
a
would,
sell? That way I could just add to the position if it does happen.
well, you could try, yeah.
This is ugly.
Watch.
Okay. Don't do it yet. Let's see.
No, stop.
The time frame, it's good till cancel, so it doesn't tell you the type of order. That's so weird.
Mhm. Right?
Buy, stop, buy, go to buy, go to buy. Does it tell you limit? It doesn't.
No.
That's weird.
So I think it has to do something with the settings. We could play with it later.
Yeah, we could play with it later. By the way, looking good on that short right now. So
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, BTCUSD, Navea. Where are you
what's
guys
up?
from? Good morning. See,
All
like
right, we
sometimes
have Alejandra printing profits. Nice.
sometimes I don't want to put my risk so tight, but also New York just moves so fast to the point where like I don't want to move my risk and have it continue to go up and up and up and up, and now I'm like down $1,000, right? So I'd rather take a loss and go back in, and then have a tighter risk. And if it doesn't go my way on that second trade, then I'm done. Even if it goes my way or whatever, like I'll just go cry for a little bit and then I come back, you know?
I'd like to know how you do that. You go in a corner, you cry, and then you just, all right, I'm good.
Well, actually, you know what? I have not cried for like 3 months.
What? Okay, I thought you were gonna say 3 years. I can't even remember the last time I cried, but hey,
I'm
that's a good thing.
emotional. I'm a girl.
That's good. That's good. That's good. It's good to
I let it
cry.
out because if I don't, then, I will hold in,
Yeah,
then I'll revenge, and then, yeah.
never good to hold the stuff in.
Oh, you're from
So that's good.
Austria. He traded Bitcoin with simplified RTM, read the market strategy, to some success, and now I want to switch to gold. How much adaptation should I expect? Hmm.
Traded Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Caesar just advised that you can start to approach the asset with your original strategy, since you kind of know how it works. What I would say is the main concern you need to have when you're switching from one asset to another, especially if it has to do with futures, is time frame. So how much time does it take to go from point to point? If we're talking about, for example, Alejandra is trading oil, and oil will take a much longer time to go from point A to point B than the Nasdaq, for example. You know that the Nasdaq can make huge moves in just a few seconds, minutes, whatever. So what I would do if I were you is I would start and look at the ADR or ATR, so the average true range or the average daily range, to see how much does it move throughout the day. Since you're switching to gold, you want to know how many points on average does it move, and the average changes depending on the period, right? You'll have periods on the NQ where the average day is 200 points, and then you'll have other periods where the average day is double that. It's 500, 600 points when there's a lot of volatility. So you want to take that into consideration. So that's the first thing I would look at is how much does the asset can the asset move throughout the day? That's going to be the first thing you need to know, because that's going to tell you how to adjust your stops and how to size correctly, right? So that's the first thing I would look like. Um, and then I would just test things out in a simulator first before I take actual trades. So if you're switching from Bitcoin to gold, then that's what I would do. And then remember, Bitcoin trades 24/7. Gold futures trade 23/5. So that's another consideration, right? So you have an asset that's trades 24/7, which is Bitcoin, and then gold, which doesn't trade over the weekend. So you want to take that into consideration also. But your first concern, I would say, is figure out how much does the asset move and how much you need to size and adjust your stops first.
SpaceX coming
But
down.
use your same strategy and see how that fits. I don't know if that's good enough advice, but yeah.
Yeah, that's good advice.
It's very good advice. So we just had a nice little flush on NQ.
Yep. We're getting a little bounce.
You know,
I don't know if it's a bounce to reload or not. We'll find out in a bit.
based on the 15 minute, I think so. To continue to the downside, we have a 1 hour bearish engulfing candle. We have a 15-minute bearish engulfing candle. It's starting to, this current 15-minute is forming a wick to the upside, meaning more pressure, more selling pressure. So yeah, that was a nice bounce to short. Yeah, yeah. She's gonna go under yesterday's low. Yesterday's low is 30,272. Oof. If they can fill this gap before FMOC, I'm going long.
Oh yeah, that'll be a really nice
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. Just entered short on the black little bounce. So I'm with Alejandra now.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the short.
Welcome to the short.
To the
Yeah,
short
but
stuff.
you have the greatest entry though.
Thank
So
you.
we'll
I'm
see.
known for those.
You're
Mhm.
known for those. You're known for those sniper entries.
Well, yeah, usually on TikTok, everyone's like, oh my God, your entries are so good.
That's
But
nice.
that's only because I failed many times. Many, many times.
Nice. I like it. Did you close your eyes when you clicked?
I did.
Oh man.
I'm posting on Instagram for people to watch us live on YouTube.
Awesome. Buddy Cooper saying, thank you. Got lucky yesterday. You're a big football fan, but your country sucks. What's your country again? I can't remember.
Whose country? Oh, butter.
Buddy Keeper saying he bet yesterday.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I should add that I never traded Bitcoin futures. Very low leverage with low win rate. Very high average. Wait, you can trade Bitcoin futures?
Yes, you can.
I didn't know that.
You can trade
Yep.
Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures.
Yeah. There's
Um,
even a micro Bitcoin futures.
yep.
Hmm.
There's 1 ounce gold also. We don't have that available here, but there's 1 ounce gold. If you're trading from your brokerage account. Oh yeah, China. Now I remember. Nice.
Um. Oh. Uber Trader 6601 is asking, "Hey, bro, I'm confused. Can you help me? The futures with the fivers, is it one time fee or is there a payment required only upon getting funded?"
So right now we're running a special where there's no activation fee. So you just pay a one-time fee and there's no monthly fee, no activation fee. So just have at it right now. Take advantage of the special. You won't have to pay anything. Now, once that promotion goes out, you will have to pay activation fees once you're funded, depending on the account you have. So there you go, man. Hope that answers your questions. Isan saying you're used to very high volatility in lower time frame, 15 to 5 minute. Well, if you like high volatility, you're looking at the asset to trade. The Nasdaq is very volatile. So if you want volatility, you've come to the right place.
Let's see if it holds this level here. It looks pretty weak on the 15-minute time frame for MNQ, but um on the 5 minute it looks like it wants to hold. So typically how I like to manage my trade is like if I see ICT for valley gaps here, I'll look to see if it'll invert it and hold it to keep going higher. Otherwise, um, uh, if it gets rejected, I'll get confirmation that it wants to continue to come to the downside.
Let's see what we get.
And gold's still looking pretty good. I'm gonna move my stop to break even on gold because I don't want to worry about it just in case something happens.
Like gold looks really good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But it looks good for upside. It's up almost what 9 points from When I was looking at it, it was at 43.53, looking for this to push up to 43.76 and possibly even higher. And NQ with some more back and forth. Still not interested in touching it. So at this point, I'm most likely definitely going to just wait till after FMOC. What's up? What's up? Mr. Bouncing back again. 416 is a monthly level. It's right at it. Yeah, if they undo this might be part of exits for quad witching tomorrow.
For those who weren't there yesterday, I think it would be a good thing to explain what quad witching is again.
Yeah, so quad witching is when future contracts and equity contracts expire, right? Normally it's held on a Friday, but because of the Juneteenth holiday on Friday, which is the market's going to be a half a day, they moved it to Thursday. So quad witching again, it's when future contracts and equity option contracts are all expiring, right? And this happens 4 times a year. So 4 times a year, there's one specific day where you have an immense amount of volatility or possible choppiness where you're going to see, specifically in the futures market, you're going to see NQ run 100 plus points, drop 100 plus points, similar to what we're seeing today, which this is a lot of back and forth for a FMOC day. Usually on an FMOC day, we'll see more choppiness and sideways action than anything. So I'm thinking a lot of this back and forth selling has to do with, positions being closed prior to tomorrow's quad witching.
Nice.
Also, since we don't have the market is closed on Friday, and contracts that were expiring Friday also have to be switched to Thursday, so it could also create some volatility this week.
Yeah. Half days. Yeah, it's a half day tomorrow. Futures will close at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 12 p.m. Central, which is the CME is based on Central Time. So if y'all gonna participate in this area, you need to know who the CME is or what the CME group is. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful rejection off that monthly level.
So, who do we have as the new chair?
Kevin
Kevin
Marsh.
Warsh.
Kevin Marsh is the new chair. Uh, he's Trump is thinking he's going to, cut rates. I think today's will be unchanged. And he's kind of mentioned that, towards the end of the year, we could expect a possible rate hike. I mean, you look at inflation, inflation is up there. The war between, Iran and the US is winding down. Oil prices has gone down, right? It's under $80 a barrel. So there's yet again no specific reason as to why they should cut rates. There's more reasons as to why they should increase rates. But we'll see how it goes. But based off of everything I've gathered and some of the data that we've gotten, there's no need. But again, if he's really, Trump's his boy, he'll look to cut rates. But again, he's not the only one, right? Like all the Fed chairs, they all have to agree, right? Or at least there has to be more individuals voting for it to be cut than not. So it's not like he can say like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna cut rates and whatever. Like it has to be put up for a vote. So when they go in their blackout period, like they're discussing, they're going back and forth, just like you see things in the Senate or in Congress where they close the doors and they're literally just voting. Like someone's either speaking for the cuts or someone might be speaking against it. and then they put stuff up to vote, and once things are voted, they go from there. But I don't think if regardless
I
of
just
here,
got stopped out. Sorry.
you got stopped out on your
No
gold.
problem.
On MNQ.
Uh,
MNQ.
yeah, this
Yeah.
the way this thing is, it's like at this point, like I'm telling you, like the volatility, the back and forth, like it's not clear because it looks like it's gonna continue down, flips, and then it's like when it pops to the upside, like it's popping with such momentum and strength. It's like you don't want to short it, and then next thing you know, it flops. So
Mm-hmm.
avoid, taking unnecessary losses because
Mm-hmm.
even when you take small incremental losses and you get back in, those losses add up just like those small wins add up too, right? So before
Mm-hmm.
you know it, at the end of the day, you could be, down maybe 2% or 1%. And it's just better to just let them do what they're going to do. Wait for days where the direction is clear, the momentum is solid. We don't have all this back and forth happening. But to each their own. You're entitled to trade as you want. If you want to, shoot your shot, by all means. But just know that with this volatility, you could easily get stopped out, and it goes in your direction. Mm,
Yeah, it's very undecisive.
yeah. So I'm like, once we're done with this stream, I'm honestly just gonna shut it down and come back like 10 minutes before the FMOC, see what we get. But if it continues like this, I'll just trade Asia and London.
Yeah, same here. I might get stopped out of my oil too. It looks like it wants to keep going. It's holding that gap that it had after it filled it. So we'll see. I mean, I'm only in with one. It's not that big of a deal, but
Look, right
looks
back
like it's
up.
about to go stop me out too.
100 points back up. And let's see. And for the futures, buy SP, what's that mean? Buy SPY? Not yet. Honestly, you'd want to watch ES for when it fills that gap to then look to go long on the SPY. Like you don't want to get ahead of the train per se.
Sorry,
ES is
guys. I dropped out. My headphones were discharged.
Yeah.
Had to get
ES's
another
gap
pair.
fill is literally over 130 points to the downside. Right now, ES is trading at 75.96. The gap fill on ES is 74.34.75. Right? So that's over 100-point movement to the downside. So again, if you see something different, obviously, like I'm not always right, right? But if you're looking at these higher time frames, like we're literally slightly off of the all-time high. We're about 60 50 points off of the all-time highs. And it's like, what's the probability that we could make another all-time high versus filling that gap, which we could make an all-time high again, but most likely it would be maybe extra 10 points to the upside. So you really got to weigh out, okay, if I enter here and I'm looking for this massive move, what am I willing to risk to get that, right? And then based on what the amount of points you're looking to capture, is it a good risk to reward, right? ROI. Is it better to try to go for, 20 points versus trying to catch 150 points? Or wait for the gap to fill and then look for it to come possibly retest the all-time highs or possibly make a new all-time high.
Yeah. So essentially, you're talking about. So I have the ES pulled up here. We're talking about this gap right here on the ES down here,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So we're saying basically we might want to wait for it to go fill this gap before it
Yeah.
explodes to the upside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a totally valid point. Now, here's the thing about assets. We might get this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then
Yeah.
this before we get it, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a straight up move or down move. So we'll see what we get. If I zoom out, to take a look at the assets here, honestly, I think on this day, was it June the 8th of June, we were talking about possibly, further downside. Actually, no, it was on that indecision day, where we bounced a little bit and we thought, okay, maybe we need to come down and do maybe a 10% pullback or maybe a 15% at around that $7,000 area before we go back up. But anything's possible longer term, right? We could definitely do this, keep on consolidating lower, test these levels before we go up. But it could also be that, hey, no war. Kevin Warsh is going to turn on this money printer. We're going to lower rates. And then we just explode up. Anything's possible. The advantage of day trading is that you could get in and out fast. You could pick your spots easily. So, it's just if you're trading longer term and picking positions, you have to watch out for these things. What's up, Tay Keith? Welcome back. Daniel talking about the GC level. We're gonna get to that in a second, but we have Jasmine. Welcome, Jasmine. I haven't seen you there, so let's do a little celebration here. Let's throw some balloons for all the new. So Jasmine saying MNQ is bullish on the higher time frame. Is it safe to say that the price hasn't given a clear direction or entry for the MNQ? All right, let's look at the MNQ. Anybody want to take that question? On the higher time frame. So she says MNQ is looking bullish on the higher time frames. Is it safe to say that price hasn't given a clear direction on entry? Well, Caesar's been saying that all morning, that we don't have a clear direction because of the FOMC meeting. So, this could flop around. That's what you've been saying all morning. This could flop around a lot. So yeah,
It's not clear. Literally every time it looks. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, let me put you on whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
And by the way, I got out of my short and I flipped long a while ago. Let's see how that's doing.
Okay.
All right, we're still not out of the waters yet. We'll see if this continues. Caesar, let's put you on.
All right, so first I'll start it off on the 4-hour, right? 4-hour time frame, like I mentioned, we're forming a bear flag. We're literally in this range from here to this bottom, right? Which is about a 250 point range, right? That we're in. When I go down to the 15-minute time frame, literally up here is looking like this was ready to go up. If you chased along, you got crushed. Down here we had this massive bearish engulfing candle. It broke below this monthly level. Okay, it looks like we're about to go down. Boom, flips back up 150 point back to the upside. So if you bring this down, we're still in this tight range, right? Just ranging back and forth, where it's inducing sellers thinking it's going to go lower, flipping, and then as soon as buyers think that this is going to continue to the upside, it flips. And it's most likely going to continue doing this until FMOC, which is why I'm saying that I'm just going to continue to be sidelines, just because I don't want to get caught up in it. If this was to come down and let's say get really close to filling that gap and then maybe created a base, then I would look for a long. But what I want to see is either a massive sell-off to fill the gap either before FMOC or after FMOC for me to then take a long. But where it's at right now, I don't care to deal with this back and forth because it's literally a 50-50. And a 50-50 is not a good trade in my opinion because it's a 1-to-1. When I take trades, I like to go for 3-to-1, 5-to-1, 10-to-1. And currently where it's standing right now, I just don't want to have to deal with this volatility back and forth and this range.
Nice. So yeah, I think if you didn't have time to pick your spots, you're more than welcome to sit this one out, see what happens after the FOMC meeting. And then we'll see. I took a little bit off of my position. Well, a little bit. One contract off. I was in with 2 micros, so trading tiny size. And we'll see if this continues to the upside. But I'm being very cautious here because we could flip any second.
Yep.
Gold is looking really nice. It's giving us a nice push above 43.65. It's really, really nice.
All right,
My stop is in profit, and my profit target is 43.7879.
awesome. Gold looking
My entry
super
was a
nice.
little late, but I entered on the pullback over here. I wanted it down here, but it's fine. I'm still in profit. And oil is getting rejected at that level, so still in there.
Nice. Speaking of gold, Daniel was saying GC has a level of convergence, 43.79. Let's see if we can reach it. You said what was your target? Let me see. 43.78.
43.70.
Oh man, that's funny. That's like yesterday, Caesar and I. He was like, yeah, my target is 39.515. I'm like, what? Mine's 519. So, it's nice when everybody has the same ideas. It's just an extra level of confluence that, okay, we're all seeing the same things. We're all reading the same things.
Mhm.
There's a combined multi-decade of experience when we combine everybody. So,
Mhm.
all right. Byron saying that I'm happy. Everybody's throwing a bunch of questions at us. That's what I like. Byron saying, how many contracts do you all operate at one time, and are they all on the same asset? Thanks in advance. All right. I think we should all answer this one by one. So, ladies first.
Sorry, I was in the middle of posting
Oof,
something.
you're
One
taking
second.
off. You're taking off.
I know. I'm about to get it's about to hit my profit amount.
Nice.
Sorry, you caught me off guard there.
Awesome, awesome, awesome trade. Awesome trade. Take your time.
I'll go
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Go first.
So my contract size is contingent upon the account size and the momentum and where things are on that particular day, right? So if a day like today, I'm only trading 1 to 2 micros. Days like let's say yesterday, I'll do about 5 to 10 micros, 1 mini. Days like Sunday, right? Sunday leading into Monday, where it was just a solid uptrend because I knew off the contract rollover and off the information that, oh, we're going to be having a deal with Iran, which is extremely positive for the market. That day I was trading 5 minis, right, per account. So my position size is contingent upon the sentiment of the market, how things are going. So if we have like a nice solid trend day, whether up or down, I'm going in 5, 10 minis. If it's very choppy back and forth, it's not really clear, and I'm not personally confident in the direction, then I will trade anywhere between 3 to 5 micros. Days that it's like very choppy back and forth, I'm only gonna do 1 to 2 micros just to make a couple of dollars. Like, okay, you know what? I showed up, I made a couple of dollars. It might not be my regular daily return, but I'm a firm believer of something is always better than nothing, right? And very early on, I mentioned, based on the fact that with today's FMOC, tomorrow is quad witching, right? And then Friday we have a half day. So because of that, there's just going to be a lot of back and forth choppiness, and I don't particularly want to size up, especially when I'm going into the end of the week, already pretty positive in profit. So I'm being defensive. There's times where it calls to be aggressive. There's times where it's called to just stay out of it. And there's times where, like, you know what, it's better to be defensive than to sit here and try to make something, right? Because the thing is, like, a lot of individuals, we come in, especially if you're new, you're just trying to print money, print money, print money, right? But sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit on your hands, get a feel for what's transpiring, right? Either record it in the back of your mind or journal it to where on a future date, when you see the same type of thing happening, you can recall or go back like, okay, on this particular day, FOMC week, the market was very volatile or it was very choppy. There wasn't too many volume, so you'll see a difference in that, right? And then you can prepare as to how you want to proceed with the day. If you're up on the week leading up to that day, you might want to just sideline, or you might like, you know what, I can risk some of my profits, right? So everyone's position size is going to be different based off of what they're looking for, what they're expecting, and overall experience in the different market cycles. So I hope that answers your question.
Nice, great answer there, man. I like it. I don't know if Alejandro had something to add, and then I'll give my point of view.
Um, how many contracts do you operate at one time, and are they all on the same asset? No, I have different contracts for different instruments, and sometimes I really don't like to trade multiple assets at the same time or instruments at the same time because it could be overwhelming, and I like to focus on watching price action in that one trade and manage it. However, if I'm really confident in the trade, I will I will take more than one position in different assets. It also depends on the time frame. So like not the time frame on the asset, but like the time in general. So for example, New York, I tend to lower my size because my heart rate can handle more than one micro. um but Asia session, I will go in with like 3 or 5 as my max micros. And because I only typically focus on trading MNQ and gold, MNQ, I can bear more than 3 micros. Sometimes my max, if it's a really on a funded account, right? If we're using prop firms or talking prop firms, I will go in with 10 micros, and then I will take profits as it's going my way, and I'll leave a runner. But there's no way that I would, not right now at least, on the prop firms will I do 10 micros on a prop firm, especially on an eval. So yeah, it really depends like what you're trading, on what are you trading. Like, are you trading your cash account, a prop firm account, which prop firm, what kind of rules does it have, how is your mindset? Like, there's so many different factors that come into play when you're making a decision. And I have become a very strong independent woman, being able to make these type of decisions, right? And I always tell everybody, you have to treat this like a business. So as a business owner, you're constantly making decisions in your day-to-day life. So you have to have the mindset of a business owner. It's not just, oh, I see this bearish, or I see this bullish, or I see it consolidating. It's not just, those three different scenarios. There's so much that comes into play when you're thinking about taking a position, based on what you see, and what's happening, time frame, your emotions, everything. I mean, it's not just, how many micros should I go in for this pullback, or this run, or this bounce. Hopefully that helps.
Nice. Great answer there. I think we're all agreeing. Maybe expressing it different ways, but there's no fixed answer to that question. It's a very good one, I think,
Mhm.
especially if somebody's beginning or they don't really know, or they're switching from one asset to the other. Let me get out of my trade. All right, I'm out of my trade. Um, I think that for me at least, I size based on risk entirely. So the size is going to depend based on how much I'm able to risk. So the best example I can give right now is live. I'm always trading a 25K account. 25K is there's $1,000 buffer, right? For example, if you're trading the eval. So based on my statistics, I know I could take up to, I don't know, 7 trades before I blow up the account. Um, and that's how I size. Now, there's a maximum size allowed on these accounts. So I'm usually trading 1 or 2 micros because they allow me to risk 100 to 200 bucks per trade, which, keeps everything under control. But say I'm in a position and it's a very good position and I've scaled in well. My risk, my entry versus my risk is well positioned. I'll just add to the position, but keep the risk the same. So I'll modify my stop based on that. Now, in terms of size in general, I only trade micros just because I like to have many shares, so many options to get in and out. So I'll trade anywhere between 1 to 50 contracts. I don't think I've ever gone over 50 micros. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. This is the usual range, depending on the account. So it all depends on my risk, and the risk is going to vary depending on the asset, right? If it's an asset that's very volatile, then the risk is going to vary. So the size depends on that. And then trading multiple positions, I don't usually trade more than 2 positions at once just because I don't have the bandwidth for that. I think live I've taken, two spots. So yeah, I have 2 eyes, so I don't think I could watch more than 2 things. But yeah, that's my answer. I think you should size according to your risk, and more often than not, you should size smaller than you think.
Okay. So we have another question. What is the advantage of trading futures in comparison to the asset itself? This whole talk about contract and expiration and so sounds a bit daunting to someone coming from preps. Uh, so I'm not sure as to what assets you're talking about. So if you're talking about like the actual equities, so what you have to understand about futures is that the Nasdaq has all the top 102 tech companies, right? So you could sit there and you can go and you could trade Nvidia, you could trade Tesla by itself, you could trade AMD by itself, you could trade SpaceX by itself, right? But what it will cost you to trade those specific asset classes are going to be tremendous. I mean, if you do 100 shares of Nvidia, that's 200 and almost like 220. No, that's about like $27,000 right there. Whereas you could trade one contract of NQ, right? And that might cost you, if you're doing your actual funded account, it's only going to cost you what the evaluation cost you, right? If you're trading with an actual brokerage with live capital, the margin might be $500. It might be $1,000, right? So let's say you spent $27,000 to buy 100 shares of Nvidia, right? And on average,
Yeah, I think you got cut off your mic.
oh, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
now you're back. Yeah, it was just a second.
Okay, so Nvidia moves an average of 3 to 4 points a day. So if you do 100 shares of Nvidia, and let's say you capture 5 points, that's $500 that you made. But that $500, it cost you $20,000 to make it, right? So when you look at it on a percentage wise, it's not that great. Versus the Nasdaq is moving 4 to 600 points a day, right? So let's say you trade a micro. Let's say you buy a 50K eval on Fiverr. How much are the 50Ks, David?
I have to double check, but
Could we say it's like under 100?
yeah, it's around there. The 25K is $59 right now. So you're
Okay,
getting,
so the 50K, we could say it's under $100. So for under $100, right, you'd be able to get an evaluation, and let's say you're skillful, you pass it, and you're trading MNQ. MNQ is moving literally 5 to 600 points a day. Every 100
exactly
point
100, by the
movement,
way. Sorry.
huh?
It's exactly $100, by the way.
Okay, exactly $100. Perfect. So for that $100, you're getting access to buying a $50,000 worth of buying power. You trade 1 micro of MNQ. Every 100 point movement on MNQ is $200 on 1 micro, right? And let's say you capture 200 points on that day on any particular day on NQ. That's $400. It cost you $100 to get that account, and let's say your first ROI is 400. That's a 4-to-1 ratio, right? It's much cleaner. There's much more availability. You don't have to deal. One, you're not gonna have to deal with with certain like capital gains, right? When you're dealing with the actual asset. So that's the biggest difference between futures and trading the actual stock or options. And I know a lot of people get confused when they hear contracts because they automatically go into options. So think of the future contracts as the shares, because futures itself do have option contracts that you can trade, right? You can trade option contracts of NQ, ES, not YM, but oil, gold, right? So that's the biggest difference of it. It's the cost and the availability. Then someone is mentioning about CFDs. CFDs, you guys have to understand, is a clone copy of the futures and commodities market, right? It's a clone. It's a copy of it. It's not the original. The original is NQ, ES, YM, GC, CL, NG, and so forth. CFDs are forex brokerages. Some of them are regulated, majority of them are unregulated, right? So there's a discrepancy there where it's like if you put your money, they could potentially disappear with it. You're taking a risk. But CFDs, they're getting data from different third and fourth party data providers. They can manipulate candles. They can artificially create liquidity sweeps or like massive wicks on those charts that won't reflect the actual. When you're trading futures, you're trading a regulated market where every futures prop firm, every futures brokerage, they all get their data from one place, which is the CME. The CME, which is based in Chicago, is the one that houses all the futures and commodities. So even the soft. So some of you guys probably haven't heard about the softs. The soft commodities are coffee, orange juice, I want to say sugar and a few others, right? So to where if you wanted to trade those, you would have to pay like an additional fee. Most prop firms are not offering those soft because they're very low volume. It's like you're trading small caps, right? Which small caps, there's a good portion of the year where they're just dead. Like people can't even make $100 or $300 in them. So those are the differences. Where the benefit, yes, you could go and open up your own account. There's a lot of brokerages out there that have very low margin. But again, why go and put $1,000 and risk your whole $1,000 where you could put $100, gain the experience? Most of us are gonna mess up. Every single person is gonna blow an account, whether it's their actual funded account that they work their hard, earn money to gain, and they fund an account. 93% of people are gonna blow that account. So instead of you blowing $1,000 or $2,000 all at once,
Or 50.
go go the prop firm side, because the prop firm side, the cost to enter the market is substantially low. $100 to get a $50,000 account where you can practice different strategies, you can work on risk management, and you can really work out the details in understanding who you are as a person. Everyone has this specific interpretation or view of themselves, but when they come to the market punches you in the face and is like, "Oh, hey, you're not that mentally strong that you thought you were. You're not as patient as you thought you were. You're not as smart as you thought you were," right? So all these things and all these little bad characteristics and habits that we have comes to light. I used to think I was super patient, right? From coming from the fitness world of being a personal trainer and an aspiring bodybuilder. Like I was like so focused on my dieting, my routines. I came into the market, man. I was like a crackhead, Like I was just fuming to make more money, just buying anything, and then smack over the head. And then I got greedy, right? Where I got so accustomed to making $1,500 plus per trade, where I would take a trade, minutes I'm up $250, $500. But I didn't want $500. Nah, that's chump change. I want that 1,000 plus. Quickly, what happened? I started losing and losing and losing. So the market is going to teach you a lot about yourself, and the best ROI on your education and experience is going to be the prop firm space, hands down.
I 1,000% agree there. 1,000% agree. I think this opportunity that of having prop firms is just unprecedented. It would have saved me a lot of pain and a lot of dollars in the past. So yeah, I totally agree there. You just imparted a lot of knowledge there. I think the great advantage you touch on the single equities, which I think was great. You touch on futures versus CFDs, where we're getting centralized data, we're getting volume data from just one single place, which is very important. The manipulation is not going to be the same. So I think, if you didn't hear enough arguments to trade futures, I don't think you're going to hear much more than that. So I
Yeah.
think great answer there.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, and for those, and this answer comes from 14 years of trading. I started off with penny stocks. I've traded options. I loved options at one point. But the thing back then from when I started, I started trading equities when I was under PDT. And
Mhm.
it got to a point where I was forced to have to use a brokerage outside of the US based in the Bahamas, right? It was called SureTrader, where they were able to bypass the PDT because they were collectively like grouping all of the accounts, where then they would give you a sub account off of your initial deposit, which would get you out of PDT. So from there, I went into actually trading forex brokerages, regulated and unregulated, for crypto, for the future side, because there was a point where my main broker, the margin to trade NQ, every week it was just increasing by 10,000. When I first started trading futures, the Nasdaq was $3,200, no, $2,800 per contract, right? And at times my brokerage, they would change the margin requirements. And the only way I would know that they did that is, let's say today I'm able to trade 5 minis, tomorrow I'm only able to trade three. And then I'm like, what the hell happened?
What's
I
going
look
on?
back and, oh, they increased the margin. And what I liked about CFDs is that literally the margin for trading NQ, YM was literally about like $500-600 a day, right? So $500-600 a trade was the equivalence of me doing one mini, right? So if you guys want to understand the difference between minis and micros, so on YM, which on the CFD side it's known as either
US
US
30.
30, yeah, US 30, right? Or the Dow, they'll have some name for it. Nasdaq is either US 100 or NAS or NAX, right?
Yep.
So 100 points on YM is $500, right? Now, for me to make that $500 to capture 100 points on YM was relatively easy. I was doing about 300 to 400 points a day, but 100 points netted me $500 profit. Me spending $3,500 to make $500 is not bad. But then it got to a point where it was $15,000, $20,000 for me to trade one mini of YM. But on the Forex side, on the CFD side, it only cost me $600 to take that same position. Now I spend that 600, I made $500 back, right? If I took the same equivalence. Now, because they increased the margin to $15,000 on the CFD side, if I took a $10,000 position, $5,000 less than what it was on the actual brokerage, my return was 10 grand. So it was literally, I'm not risking 10 grand because I would only be risking about maybe like 50 points per trade. So I was really risking about maybe $750 $750 So I was risking about $750 to make $10,000, right? And that was what I really liked
Oh
about
my
the
god.
CFD side. I know these drops are wicked. Gold just turned.
Shoot, I got stopped out.
I got stopped
Bro,
out too, and then it
wow.
dumped.
Where
I'm
we
over
approaching?
this.
Yeah, we're approaching London close. Oh wow, it's going. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow, it's going for yesterday's lows. Yup, just I'm getting price
I'm
alert.
so annoyed.
PSLL
when
under
you're like, we should have
13.
been short.
Yup, I'm
No,
telling
I
you.
was sure, and
Oh,
it
you were
literally,
short?
literally
Wow.
stopped me out right at that stop right there.
Man,
Wow, look at
look at
freaking
this.
gold. My
Look at this.
God. Did something just came out? Did Trump just
Let me
attack
check.
him or
Let me check. Let me
something?
check. Let's check. And if you
Uh,
know, chat, let us know. Let us know.
Damn.
wow, I'm
If
telling
anybody
you.
was watching the live, it literally stopped me out, and then it just reversed on me. So
I'm telling you.
frustrating.
This right here is why I'm sitting sideline. I don't
Yeah,
like this. Like,
I'm down. I'm down 3 hours for no reason.
yeah, look at the pop, right? Takes out the daily
Yeah,
close, like it came within what? It came within 10 points of yesterday's low, right? And reversed. 100 points right
yep.
there. Look at that. Yeah, this is this is why I'm telling you, like, for
No,
me,
you were right. You were right. And I didn't disagree. I agreed with you. I was like, man, Caesar's right. This should be a sidelines day. But of course, you get the itch. You're trading it.
yeah, yeah, which is okay. You know what I mean?
Fine.
As long as you're willing to accept and take
Yeah, we're
accountability
good.
for whatever decisions you make, good or bad. I mean, because it could have played out, right? But yeah, but the way
Exactly.
this is acting, and honestly, I really think a lot of this has to do because tomorrow's quad witching. Because I'm telling you, normally Fed day, oh my God, it's paint drying. Like you're
Yeah.
literally, your mind is just melting watching this, and this action right here is what normally happens on quad witching.
Yeah.
You look
And
like
we're
we're gonna go up.
decent ranges. I mean, you were raging about 250 points, so you
Mm-hmm.
could,
Yeah.
you could capture some moves there.
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
can.
where it's like less than 50 points, but
Yeah, it's just not clear. And
yeah, it's
I mean,
not
for me,
clear.
from what I'm seeing, it's just not clear. Like I see the back and forth, and I'm just like, is it worth it? Like, do I really want to sit here and potentially take a couple of losses and then look to recoup? Or it's like I'm already coming into the day green. I'm like, nah, I'm just like, nah, nah.
Let my red day be a confirmation that you did the right thing to sit on the sidelines.
Thank you, thank you,
Oh,
thank you.
MCL just stopped me out.
Uh,
I'm done on that
Gold,
one.
what a flush. I mean, shit, gold ran all the way up over that 30, 43.76. High was 43.84. And from there, literally a 30-point drop all the way down
Woo!
to
Jesus.
Man,
43.5270. Whew.
crazy, 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 crazy. Look at oil, man. That's insane.
Oh, yeah, what a pop. Yes, something had to have come up, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
trying to find. I don't find anything yet. I only see something about the G8, G7 summit. Don't see any news yet.
yeah,
And that was what? That was a few seconds ago. What was
yeah.
that?
Telling you.
10:45.
Yeah, sidelines. I'm telling you, once we're done with this stream, dude, like I'm shutting everything down. I'm going for a walk. I'm not dealing with this. Nah, I'm not dealing with this at all.
Man.
Set my alarm. Be back at like 1:40. Let's see. I have already bought the three-step CFD. Nah, there's still. Don't get me wrong. Like there's still benefits in trading CFDs, right? With CFDs, like you do at times get a higher drawdown. Like the drawdowns are based off of are a higher percentage. So just understanding, what you want, and everything has a pro and con, and just pick an area, start in that area, get proficient in it, and then look to expand into multiple accounts. So if you have a CFD and you want to grab a futures, I mean, now you're rocking out with the both. If at any point you want to go into equity side, you go and pick up some on the trader pool side to be able to trade all these different stocks and having no issues when it comes to shorting, right? So shorting actual, like having an actual brokerage account, depending on the broker, some of them might not have the shares available. Sometimes the locations, locates meaning the broker has to locate those shares for you to short. I mean, they could be charging you a high premium, right? So just just stay
Look,
on the
yeah.
prop side, pick an area, start there, build up, and then go from there. The future side,
Exactly.
I will still say it definitely tops the CFD, because whereas CFD is, you're talking about a three-step, futures is just one step, right?
Yeah.
So, think about it. If you're going through three steps where you have to make a certain profit to go to phase two, pass phase two, go to phase three, and then pass that, and then actually get to the funded account where you're going to be able to withdraw from. Whereas on the future side, it's one phase. You pass that, then, you know what I mean? So just look at the time and the ROI on things.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I think if you're gonna take a CFD account, you might as well do it with the fivers, because you're doing it the right place, right spot.
Yeah, he
You're
did.
de-
He picked it up with the fivers.
yeah, no, I'm sure he did. I'm just saying he's doing it at the right spot. He's getting good spreads, probably the best spreads in the industry. But yeah, like Caesar says, there's only one step with futures, and then to harp on this thing about using a prop firm before trading an actual brokerage account. Let's just do the numbers. If you want to trade one micro ES, which is probably what's going to be the cheapest thing, you need at least $5,000-6,000 in your brokerage account, and that's for you to trade one contract. And if you lose on that first trade, you can't trade anymore because you won't have enough margin. Divide that $5,000-6,000 by that $100 that the prop account costs, and see how many times how many accounts you could buy with that, how many times you could try. And it's just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
The return on investment is just insane. You're spending $100, you're getting $50,000 in buying power. You can buy up to you can buy micros or minis by the dozens if you want, right? And if you mess up, you could try again.
Yeah.
You can't, if you're talking ROI, and I'm glad you brought it up. You just can't beat the prop firm. And on top of that, you have the discipline built into the account. There are limits.
That's the
There
other
are
piece too.
things that's what saved me, honestly. That's what saved me. I told you guys, I lost 50K my first year trading. 50,000 real dollars. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
no, I wasn't saying that on that. I was saying it in another webinar I did the other day. Um, you know how many accounts I could have bought? That was a real 50K. It wasn't a prop 50K. Okay. I can't even calculate. I'm bad at math in doing math on the fly. I mean, there's no beating it. And then you have the rules built in, and that's, I think, the one of the best things with the prop firm. You have to follow the rules. You have to be disciplined whether you like it or not.
That's 500 times, man. You could have bought 500 accounts.
Okay, I could have bought 500 accounts.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned the discipline aspect of it, because again, a lot of us think we're disciplined, we're gonna follow certain rules, and it's like everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? And at
There you go.
times the market's gonna punch you in the face, it's gonna rug pull you, and the thing that I really like about the prop firms on top of the ROI is the fact that like it forces you to improve on being a disciplined trader. And coming from someone that, again, trading my own capital, built X amount, like there was one point in my career where like I'm in my circle of friends, like I'm known with this, where I went to Cuba. So in 2017, when Cuba first opened up, like me and a couple of friends, we went, right? One of them was a trader with me. One of he's on with me right now as a trader. Another worked for Goldman Sachs and whatever, right? So we went there. I went on this trip having a floating drawdown of $36,000 on live cattle. At that time, there was a hedge fund in the Midwest manipulating live cattle. As we've seen in stocks, and as we've seen in the futures market during COVID, for those that were present, if you weren't present during COVID, the Nasdaq, ES, and YM, they were doing what's called limiting up and limiting down, right? So every asset class has a limit up and a limit down. So for literally a week straight, live cattle was limiting up, limiting up. I entered the trade. At first, I was up $600, but I'm like, I really wanted this gusto win, right? And immediately it went against me. I'm down $1,200. and I should have closed the trade, right? But because I'm like, I got money in the account. If it goes, whatever. I ended up getting 2 margin calls. So my broker called me like, hey, by tomorrow, you need to put some money in the account. So then I calculated, okay, I'm gonna be away in Cuba for X amount of days. If we limit all of these days up, I need to deposit X amount. So I ended up depositing an extra $50,000 into my account. So if it limited up for the next, 4 days, I'm not gonna get liquidated. Suffice to say, I ended up getting out of the trade plus 10K, but it was a horrible trade because I was down $36,000. So if I would have taken that $1,200 loss, flipped my position, I would have made 30 something thousand to the upside, and I would have made 40 something thousand to the downside because it had to come back down to where I was at break even and then drop a bit further for me to make that $10,000, right? So that's the difference between when you're trading your own capital and when you're trading with these props, because these props force you to be disciplined. Like you have a specific amount, and that's that.
Yeah.
Take a trade. We can all, attest to this. We've taken trades. We're like, hey, you know what? I should stop out, but like, nah, I know I'm right. And then you add to the position. You're compounding your loss. And then it goes even further. And then it gets to the point like, you know what? I got the money. I got this. And then you just continue to let this bad trade and this loser accumulate over and over. And yeah, so I've been known to just like hold massive positions. I mean, 1 year I lost like 48 grand alone on natural gas. I was shorting natural gas. I
The
got
Widowmaker.
squeezed. Oh, I got squeezed. I mean, and that particular moment, a hedge fund also blew up because they were heavy over leverage in shorting natural gas. So I've been through some things where like I've lost people's yearly salary. I've
Yep.
been down in positions where I could have walked away with $1,000 loss. Instead, I'm walking away with a 50, $60,000 loss. Like it's brutal, man.
No,
So
it's tough.
prop
It's
firms
tough.
forces you to start being, disciplined and really looking at this objectively. Like, okay, these are the parameters. I have to follow them.
Yep.
Period.
That's it. That's it. And then you get that ROI because you're spending a very tiny amount to get that buying power, and then
Yep.
you can get all the return. So for me, man, prop firms. I just the only mistake I made was not finding out about them sooner,
Sooner.
right, and not starting just trading them sooner.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like you have added, I spent 6 months adding to a loser once.
Oof.
And
Oh,
that's a story for
6
another time.
months.
But
Guys,
yeah, again,
guys.
yeah, I spent 6 months just buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, and it was another double-digit loss.
Oof.
So that's why I don't trade. My long term, my brokerage accounts, I might take one trade every quarter,
Okay.
right? A swing, maybe. But apart from that, it's just prop firms and then long-term investments.
Yeah.
I don't need to touch real capital. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
I know.
for the
Unless
way I
props
trade,
go
right?
away.
For the way I trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless the
So
props go away, I
unless
mean,
they go away, yeah.
it
Hopefully
makes
not.
no sense because again, it's like
Fingers crossed.
people, and then you have those that like they'll talk down on people utilizing prop firms. But I
Oh
say
yeah.
this, right? Any individual, bring it back into reality. If you want to go and purchase a $500,000 house, right? If you want to go and purchase a $500,000 house, you may not have the money, right? So you go to a bank to leverage what you do have. The bank is like, hey, you know what? 5%, right? Or let's say 3%. So 3% of 500,000, I believe it's like what, 25 grand. So you're
Yep.
gonna come out of pocket 25 grand, and the bank is gonna give you the remaining. Prop firms are as such, where you're paying a small fee to be able to gain access to the markets, to trade, and then to be able to withdraw from that account. And the beautiful thing about also with props is that you're not paying capital gains, right?
Yeah.
You're getting paid 1099, which
Yeah,
means
like a
you're a
salary.
contractor, which means you get to write off a ton of things before you have to pay Uncle Sam a dime, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
When you're trading your own account under your name, which most people do, right? You're paying capital gains. And if you're doing, day trading like we're doing, you're paying capital gains, right? And depending on the state you're in, that could be quite a bit, right? Because you have the capital gains, the federal tax, and state tax.
Yep. So there's no debating. I mean, it's prop firms all day. You said if they go away, hopefully they don't.
Nah,
Okay,
they don't,
fingers
bro.
crossed.
The way
Knock
this
on wood.
model is, the way this model
Um,
is, and more people are are becoming aware of it. Where again, it's way better. Like I've had discussions where people ask me, like, oh, you know, that like I knew very early on about the PDT rule being removed because of my.
oh, you're muted again.
There we go.
You're
Better.
back.
It
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, you're good.
So I knew very early on about the PDT rule being changed. The question was it going to be 5,000 or 2,000, right? And I'm having conversation with individuals like, oh, you think this is going to affect the prospects? I'm like, no, because $2,000 is $2,000. Most people they're going to look to the equity side, but it's like again, a high percentage of people are going to lose that money,
Yep.
and then they're gonna once they lose that money, they're gonna look for a lower cost of entry, right? So it doesn't really affect the prop in a negative way. If anything, it's going to bring more awareness to the trading, and people are going to be like, oh, you know what? I really do need to learn.
Yep.
Oh, let me find a lower cost of entry. And again, just think of it. If you want to buy an expensive car, even the wealthy people, I mean, billionaires, millionaires, they do not spend their own money to purchase stuff. They leverage banks, they leverage their assets, they borrow, they do not spend their own money. I mean, shit, Elon had the means to buy Twitter outright,
Hmm.
right? Based off his position in Tesla. Did he do that? No. He put up a certain amount and he got other investors to come in on it. That's what they do. So it's like stop looking like, oh, you have to do everything yourself. You have to go bust your ass and make thousands of dollars to put in the market. Like, no, get with these props, spend that small fee. If it takes you several times to do it, so be it. Just think of it. Losing $2,000 or $3,000 artificially versus you losing $2,000 of your actual hard-earned money,
Yeah.
it's different.
$2,000 is
Trust me.
20,
It-
50K
it's
accounts, dude. You get 20 tries.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when you look at that versus one try versus 20 tries, and again, you just need one time. You
Yep.
just need one good quarter or one good month of good wins to literally change your life around. Like
Yep.
I've seen it so many times over. I have someone in my community where the last year, like he was just blowing accounts left and right, left and right. In the last 2 months, he's pulled out 300, well, about like $350,000 from
Whew.
props.
That's crazy.
Like that's insane. And he's
Yep.
young too. Like he's in his like early 20s, which is amazing to see. So literally, there's this book that says like you're one trade away from changing your life or whatever, or you're one trade away from recouping all losses and stuff like that. So and
Yep.
again, you can't beat it with these prop, man. You can't beat
Yep.
it.
No, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Well, wise words here. We're gonna have to wrap it up because it's time. But I think we've just touched on many important things today, overall in the market. And I agree, man. You can't beat it. Can't beat the props.
No sir.
So, all righty, guys.
All
We
right.
will see you first time on the
Tomorrow.
live. Thank you, Eshes Saman. We'll see you soon.
All right. See y'all
We'll be
tomorrow.
back. We'll be back tomorrow. Take care,
All right.
guys.